Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Indie 500 project. Today's experiment, Home, a unique horror adventure by Benjamin Rivers. And this little game is developed and published by Benjamin Rivers, as stated by the title screen. And here's what the game has to say about itself. Home is a unique horror adventure set in a beautifully realized pixel world. It's a murder mystery with a twist, because you decide what ultimately happens. Awakened by an oncoming storm, you open your eyes to discover yourself in a strange, dark room, tucked away in a house that's not yours. As you play the game, it changes. Subtly, almost imperceptibly, to reflect your perspective. It's a horror game unlike any other. And as you'll discover, its truths are entirely subjective. So we're going to see what this game has to offer. It looks like we'll be able to use a 360 pad, so that's actually what we're going to do. Your game will be saved automatically at certain points. However, we recommend you put aside an hour and a half and complete Home in a single sitting. Sorry, we will not be doing that because we will be switching game. We are recording this during our Indie 500 project horror special, which means that we'll be playing a new game at the top of the hour, and this episode would basically end at the bottom of the hour each hour. So, let's see what this game has to offer. We are wearing headphones. We have actually turned off the lights as well, so this should be intriguing. Move left and right, look up. Interact with stuff, window full screen, or quit game. All I remember is that point was finding myself. Oh, and my head. Oh, my head. Where was I? It was so dark. And a little thunderous. There was something by my feet. A flashlight. Good, I need a flashlight. These text boxes do not disappear fast enough. What is that? That house. Where was I? Come on, these text boxes give me nothing. They don't really work that well. That's a dead body. There was a body lying on the floor. Who was it? I don't know. And actually, I'm gonna switch to the keyboard. This isn't really working out, and I hope that the keys will work as well. And apparently not, because then the controller starts rumbling. I guess we're gonna have to stick it out. Could go down the basement, but let's check out this floor first. Or do we want to go down to the basement? No, let's do this floor first. Hello? Is there anybody home? Desk had a computer and some paper on it, and a single drawer. I didn't want to snoop, but did I open the drawer? Yes, you did. Receipts, pens, and a blurry photo. Looked like a store of some kind. But why did it look so familiar? And why can't I press down to get this thing away from me? Blood on the wall. It smelled fresh and sickening. I realized there was blood on my shoes and pants. That's disgusting. Actually. And oh man, I had to get out of here. If that man died in the hallway, what was the blood doing here? Or there? I'm guessing we're gonna have to go down in the basement and I noticed that I noticed that I limped as I moved down the stairs. How did I hurt my leg, I wondered. All I could really recall was coming home, seeing Rachel. Who's Rachel? I was upset. She looked afraid. I shook my head and tried to clear it. I know I should head downstairs. Try to find a way out. Yeah, usually the way out is downstairs. Down to the basement. That's where the way out is. The shelf was full of books on local history and hunting. Seemed like the owner of the house really knew the area. Now, which way do we want to go? We can go down even further. A thin gray mouse was stuck in a trap. It looked frantic but exhausted. Did I free it? Yeah. And here's hoping that he'll reward me some way. He'll remember me and shoo off the ropes when I get tied up somewhere. A collection of rusty tools. These look like they've seen a lot of use and were caked in damp-smelling dirt. Why weren't they in the shed? I found a picture of a couple. It looked like it had been moved a lot. There seemed to be a switch behind it. Did I push the switch? Did I actually push the switch? Yes, we did. Let's make stuff happen. It depressed smoothly into the wall. I heard a faraway click somewhere. Can I pick up a shovel, please? I do believe that I will be requiring some sort of self-defense at some point. One old trainer. There were scribbles of all kinds of random scraps of paper. And notes about some kind of water tower. Did he mean the one by the old train yard? It was on hunting last time I checked. Oh. Did not enjoy the controller vibrating at that point. An old dining table covered in dirty dishes for 2 people. There were dozens of beer cans and other liquor bottles among the dishes. The smell was turning in my stomach. A black and white photo. Looked like the man upstairs and his wife. I guess. There was no reason for me to keep this. Did I take it? Well, there's no reason, so I figured I'd just leave it there. I figured this was no help to me, so I left it behind. And I guess we'll keep going downstairs. I looked like hell. My clothes were dirty and torn, and there was some mud caked all over my shoes. The front door was blocked by a pile of furniture. I knew I had to find another way out. Or you could actually move the furniture. But I guess not. Oh. What was that? Just so you all know, I really do not like horror games. In fact, I do not like the anxiety. I do not like jump scares. I do not like horror games. I just hope I don't scream a lot. Something is moving somewhere. That switch in the wall worked. The door had been unlocked. I haven't been here before, so how do I know it was locked before? Game mechanics. The box looked heavy, but there were marks on the floor. It had obviously been moved before. Maybe I had to find a way out. I must have moved it, right? Yeah. I heaved the box forward, and it finally gave. And now I have a set of ladders going down. There was a ladder going underground where the box was. A dank smell arose from the passage. Did I climb down the ladder? Yes, you did. My leg hurt like hell as I climbed down the ladder. The tunnel below was even darker, and the smell wasn't getting any better. But I had to get out of there and find my way home. Footprints in the dirt. Looked like more than one kind. A lot of traffic. This is the Underground Railroad. Places all over were marked on an old map of town. The industrial area near the river, various houses, and even the water tower near the old rail station. Newspaper clippings from the local paper. They were all about murders in town over the past few years. Wait, there were photos. Photos of our house. What the hell was that about? Maybe I should have looked around more, trying to find some kind of information. You mean upstairs? No, we're not going back there. We actually made it down here. We're gonna stick it down. All right, Shell, please be okay. I wanted to rush home, but I had to find a way out first. And I needed to see what else was down here. There. He's talking in the past tense, yet I'm doing stuff in the present. It's weird somehow. A work table covered in papers, dirt, and a handgun. I hated guns. I didn't take it, did I? No, I hated guns. I didn't even want to touch the thing. Better I left it right where it was. Is that more ladders down? Yep. It was so dark down there, and the air smelled stale and putrid. I couldn't believe what I saw. What was this place? How can it be dark? It's got a freaking light here. This looked old and was caked with grime. On it was a stack of old faded papers covered with what looked like names. They were scratched out, and illegible notes were written beside them in faded blue ink. I could only make out a few letters. I'm guessing this will be part of a puzzle somewhere. No, none of it made any sense to me. Yeah, it did not. There's a door. And is this another ladder that goes downwards? Crudely made shelves. They looked like they were holding cans of some kind of corrosive. The labels were worn and slick, but it could still see the warnings. It looked like a cage. It was small, but there was something coating the bottom. Something wet. Some kind of homemade rack slung together with poorly cut wood and rope. It was caked with old blood. Well, wonderful. Somebody didn't actually use that, did they? Rusted hooks, like the kind you'll find in the butcher, hung from the ceiling. It looked pitted and worn from heavy use. That man upstairs, did he do this? The smell in that room was like old grease and rot. I wasn't getting any closer to finding anything useful. So where do I want to go? Let's try the door before we go even further down. They look like the bones half dug into the ground, and the remains look old. Who put them there? This is how you do horror. You build tension, and you do not release it. You keep building it. The longer you build tension, the greater any kind of jump scare will always be. I mean, if you have a monster closet, it's just going to be a monster closet. But if you have a monster closet that has been built up to with tension and a lot of good dramatization, or yeah, tension is the best word, then it's going to be effective. I mean, a good scare takes lots of time to build up. Some kind of old boxes. They look like they were all years old. Wait a minute, these boxes had old clothes in them. Clothes I remember throwing out after Rachel and I moved to town. What the hell were they doing here? Ah, bats. I do not enjoy bats. Ah, I kind of figured. Oh, it's a bat cave. I'm gonna meet Bruce Wayne. I remember noticing the broken ladder. I had to be careful. Yeah, let's not do the broken ladder. What? There was a rope hanging there. I wasn't sure how sturdy it was. Did I take it? Yes, I did. Maybe the rope would make the broken ladder easier to descend. Yes, hopefully it would. That is just creepy. Please note that the graphics are really simple pixel art, yet the game is actually kind of scary. Because horror is not about the looks, horror is about feel. You gotta feel the tension, you gotta feel the build up, and you gotta be scared. It doesn't mean that the monster needs to look good or scary. It needs to be a scary monster. Even if there, I don't even know if there is a monster in this game, but we'll find out, I guess. The rope I found would have let me climb down the broken ladder safely. Did I climb down? Yes, I did. I could hear the faint hum, and the smell from before started to get worse. And now the controller is all vibrating. Stopped, thankfully, because I did not enjoy it. A bunch of old newspapers, wheat pasted together. A message had been hastily smeared on it. Keep out, danger due to cave-in. Well, let's not venture forward then, shall we? Stupid. Ambience, how I miss thee. My hands tingled from the burn of sliding down that rope. I was lucky I found that. Who knew what would have happened if I jumped down? You'd have broken your leg. Still, it was all I could do that rushed out of that awful place. That rack, those terrible tools. What the hell was going on back there? The metal door groaned as I leaned into it, causing my heart to skip a beat at the sound. As I peered ahead into the dark in the next room, I worried that I should have taken the gun I saw. But me with a gun? Yeah, let's go back and get the gun, shall we? This is an exposed ventilation shaft. Maybe someone crawled through there. But it was so high up, that must have been a sore landing. Well, I hurt my leg, didn't I? There was dirt on the ground. It looked wet, and there was grass smeared within it. So somebody's been outside. So we got a ladder going up, and we got an arrow pointing to the right. Let's go up. Disgusting. It was a mess of filthy garbage bag. There were rips and tears in most of the bags. What looked like an old videotape was sticking out. Did I take the tape? Yes, I did. I wasn't sure what I was hoping to discover with the tape, but I took it anyway. Because somewhere we'll find a tape recorder and we will be able to actually look at the tape. I could hear a faint trickling sound like water. What was that? It's an exit. A kitchen knife covered in drying blood. Thinking about it made me sick. I didn't even want to touch it. But we didn't take the gun, so we're gonna take the knife. Somehow the gun seemed like a better idea than knife seemed a better idea than the gun in that tunnel. I don't really know why the controller insists on vibrating at points, but it does. It was a rusty ladder sunk into the water, which smelled disgusting. I knew I couldn't climb down that. Maybe I could find a way to drain the putrid water. Maybe. Maybe. Let's try and find a way, shall we? Oh. Damn. No. Musty smell from inside. It doesn't sound good. Wasn't sure, but I thought it was some kind of regulator. I had no idea how it worked. I thought I could turn this water well to shut off its flow. Did I turn it? Yes, I did. And then we're gonna turn water valve 2. Yes. We're gonna find more valves. Yes, we are. 3 and 4. Yes, I turned that one too. And I turned the last one as well. Looked like I turned off the water flow in this valve. I went back to that controller thing, hopefully to drain the water. Through the dust, I could see handprints from previous use, probably from whoever worked those sewers. The door was locked, right? See. Nope. I'm guessing I'm gonna have to use those controls by actually examining the controller thing several times. So handprints from previous use, probably from whoever worked those sewers. You're not helping. So now I got a puzzle that I can't solve. Or am I missing something higher above, perhaps? Some kind of iconography that I'm missing? It doesn't look like it's so far. Odd, there was similar dirt on my own shoes. Why do I have to double click some stuff? Seemed better to press on, I guess. My leg ached just thinking about it. Yeah, because probably the one that's doing it. Similar dirt on my own shoes. Let's go back to the videotape vault. I do not want to keep digging through this mess. Yeah. Could I find something that would help me solve this puzzle? It hasn't been drained yet, has it? No. It has not. Oh, it's still locked. Not really sure what to do here. Look, I turned off the water flow in this valve. Yes, you did. Good boy. Now what? I can see handprints from previous use. Probably from whoever worked in those sewers. Yeah, but what do you want to do about it? I mean, I haven't really found an inventory system of some sort. So I don't really know what items I could use. I can't. Oh, didn't mean to do that. But can't read that. It's not interactive. I thought I could turn off this water valve. Did I turn it? Yes, I did. I thought I had already turned that. There we go. Now it's silent. Does that mean that we actually shut the water down? Nope. Still gotta do more valves. Let's see if one of the 3 and 4 still needs a turn or two. Yep. The valve was still active. Did I turn it again? Yes. Turn off the water flow on this valve. Okay, so that means it's this one. Still active. Did I turn it again? Yes. Now the water actually should be off. So let's go back and see. Let's see if we can do the controls in some way. Through the dust I could see handprints from previous use, probably from whoever had used it previously. Now I can use the ladder to go down. Very good. It looked like the water drained out of the grate in the wall. There's a small metal key left floating in the shallow pool of rancid water. Yeah, I did not know what it would be used for, but I took it. I'm pretty sure I have an idea what it's going to be used for. The safety post was definitely seen better days. How old was that facility? Why is this door here at the bottom of that sewer pool? What if you're on this side, there's water on the other side, and you just open it? It's locked. I could see a faint light within. That's disturbing. Found another dead body, a sewer worker. By the wounds all over his face and body, I figured he'd been stabbed repeatedly. There was a keyring sticking out of the man's pocket. I did take it. I thought about a knife I had found with some disgust as I carefully picked the keys from his pocket. I was almost worried he was going to grab me. But alas, he was dead. There was a security camera in the room. There must have been a way to see what happened. Maybe the VHS tape I found could be useful. Yes, I just gotta find a security room so I can actually watch the tape. There was a hint of fresh air here. I must have been near an exit. But I wondered, what did that key I found on the sewer worker do? And what was on the videotape I found? Am I back here? This must have been the other end of that ventilation shaft. Whoever used it could have gotten past the flooded room with this. As I slowly climbed the ladder, I felt the knife in my boot and the jolting pain in my leg. I wonder what was on that VHS tape I found. One in that locked room. Should I have gone back to check? Yes, you should have. As I popped the latch above me and the dank scent of pine trees pushed aside the horrible smell of those sewers. And now I'm in the forest. And I see eyes in the background looking at me. And before I venture on, this is gonna cut it for the episode of experiments for this time. And those of you watching the live stream, you can continue watching, and we'll continue after we say goodbye to those listening to the recording. And we'll play for just a tad bit more until almost at the top of the hour. So until next time, happy gaming. Come on, these text boxes give me nothing. They don't really work that well. That's a dead body. There was a body lying on the floor. Who was it? I don't know. And actually, I'm gonna switch to the keyboard. This isn't really working out, and I hope that the keys will work as well. And apparently not, because then the controller starts rumbling. I guess we're gonna have to stick it out. Could go down the basement, but let's check out this floor first. Or do we look up, interact with stuff, window full screen, or quit game? All I remember is that point was finding my cell phone. Oh, and my head. Oh, my head. Where was I? It was so dark. And a little thunderous. There was something by my feet. A flashlight. Good, I need a flashlight. These text boxes do not disappear fast enough. What is that? That house. Where was I? Want to go down to the basement. Now let's do this floor first. Hello? Is there anybody home? The desk had a computer and some paper on it, and a single drawer. I didn't want to snoop, but did I open the drawer? Yes, you did. Receipts, pens, and a blurry photo. Looked like a store of some kind. But why did it look so familiar? And why can't I press down to get this thing away from me? Blood on the wall. It smelled fresh and sickening. I realized there was blood on my shoes and pants. That's disgusting. Actually. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Indy 500 project. Today's experiment, Home, a unique horror adventure by Benjamin Rivers. And this little game is developed and published by Benjamin Rivers, as stated by the telescreen. And here's what the game has to say about itself. Home is a unique horror adventure set in a beautifully realized pixel world. It's a murder mystery with a twist, because you decide what ultimately happens. Awakened by an oncoming storm, you open your eyes to discover yourself in a strange, dark room, tucked away in a house that's not yours. As you play the game, it changes. Subtly, almost imperceptibly, to reflect your perspective. It's a horror game unlike any other, and as you'll discover, its truths are entirely subjective. So we're going to see what this game has to offer. It looks like we'll be able to use a 360 pad, so that's actually what we're going to do. Your game will be saved automatically at certain points. However, we recommend you to put aside an hour and a half and complete Home in a single sitting. Sorry, we will not be doing that because we will be switching game. We are recording this during our Indy 500 project horror special, which means that we'll be playing a new game at the top of the hour, and this episode would basically end at the bottom of the hour each hour. So let's see what this game has to offer. We are wearing headphones. We have actually turned off the lights as well, so this should be intriguing. Move left and right.